Hello and welcome to another Green Room's Essentials Guide. This time we're going to cover good project management. In this session we're going to look at choosing a file path, how to save PTX files and audio files, how to move a Pro Tools project to a USB stick, and the save copy in function. Firstly we're going to cover how to choose a file path. First thing you need to do is open Pro Tools and go to File, Create New, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Command N. Now we are in the new project window. Select any relevant templates and give your project a name. I'm going to call mine Cup of Tea by the Flat Caps. It is important to name your project and not use the default you are provided with, as it will become hard to identify your project later on. Next, be sure to set the appropriate project settings, as this will be the last chance that you have to edit them. Finally, click Prompt for Location. Now hit Create and Pro Tools will present us with a window so that we can select where our project is saved. It is really important to select an appropriate location, such as your group's recording folder, as this is where Pro Tools will store all of your audio files, but more on that later. Next we're going to look at saving your project. If I open up the folder containing my project in the Finder window, you can see the PTX file and additional folders created by Pro Tools are present. Here you can see the time that the PTX file was last saved. Now if I go back into Pro Tools, I can save the project by going to File, Save, or using the keyboard shortcut Command+S. The save function takes your current project and saves over the PTX file your project is named after. As you can see, the timestamp in the Finder window has been updated. Another option for saving is the Save As function. Save As allows you to give the PTX file a different name, allowing you to keep the old file as a backup in case of file corruption or a mistake in the mixing process. Within Pro Tools, go to File, Save As, and Pro Tools will open a window prompting us to name the PTX file and choose the location to save it. Here I'm going to create an iteration of the original file and add 1A to the end of the file name. I'm also going to keep the PTX file in the same folder as the old PTX file. Now if I hit save, you can see a second PTX file with the suffix 1A has appeared. As I make progress with the mix, I can repeat this process and continue the iteration with 1B, 1C, and so on until I reach 1Z. Then I can start 2A and continue the cycle. Next, we're going to cover how Pro Tools saves audio files. Before you begin recording, it is important to name your audio tracks, as Pro Tools will generate the clip file name based on the name of your audio track. For example, if I record audio now, the clip I will be given will be called audio1_01. This is because audio1 is the name of the track, and this is the first take on this track. If I record again, I will be given audio1_02, and so on. It is worth noting, if you rename your audio clips from the Finder window, it will become unlinked with your project, and Pro Tools will not be able to find them when you reload your project. Or if you remove an audio file from the audio file folder, then upon reopening Pro Tools you'll be greeted with an error message stating that your audio files are missing. Next, we're going to cover how to move a project to another computer or USB stick. If you need to move a Pro Tools project from one computer to another, it is important that you take the whole project folder and not just the PTX file. A PTX file is a roadmap of your project. It contains information telling Pro Tools which audio clips belong where, which plugins belong on which tracks, as well as their settings, but it does not contain the audio files themselves. You may be used to Logic Pro 10 packaging all your files up for you and presenting you with a singular file. In reality, Logic isn't much different to Pro Tools in the way that it manages your project. If you right click on a Logic file and choose Show Package Contents, you will find a similar file structure to Pro Tools. The only real difference here is that the project folder is pre-made and pre-packaged for you. Now we're going to look at the Save Copy In function. Save Copy In allows you to save a copy of the whole project folder. Within Pro Tools, go to File and then Save Copy In. From this window, I can choose which parts of the project are copied, as well as change the sample rate and/or bit depth of the project. Save Copy In should be used sparingly. In situations where you need to change your sample rate or bit depth, safely remove unused playlists without potentially losing important audio files, as well as quickly gathering audio files for transfer or archive if your project management hasn't been great up to this point. Be careful not to overuse this function, as every time you make a copy you could potentially double the amount of drive space you are using. In this episode of Green Room's Essentials we covered choosing a file path, how to save PTX files and audio files, how to move a Pro Tools project to a USB stick or other computer, as well as the Save Copy In function. Thank you for watching this Green Rooms Essentials guide from the University of Huddersfield. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube.